AI tools will keep coming and going, but your ability to communicate with other human beings is actually the number one skill which you still need to focus on. It doesn't matter whether you're talking to your team member, your boss, or your client. How you talk, how you write, how you listen, and how you behave, your body language, your posture, your tone of voice, everything matters. In my personal coaching sessions on speaking, I help a lot of people to improve their communication skills. And in this video, I want to share few of those things with you absolutely free. So please take up notepad and a pen and be ready to take some notes. Alright, so let's get started with point number 1. A lot of people in the past have tried this idea of going and speaking in front of the mirror. It is actually a very good thing even today. But what I suggest to a lot of professionals is please go ahead and record yourself in front of the camera. So when you are speaking, look into the camera and then speak. For example, if you are appearing in a job interview and you are asked, tell me something about yourself. So do the practice of this particular answer on camera, record yourself. Now, once you have recorded yourself for 30-40 seconds, then look at that recording and identify one thing which you need to fix. Make a note of it, then fix that thing and record yourself again. And then in this loop, look at one more thing now which you need to fix. So each time you focus on fixing one thing and then recording yourself again. If you do this for 7 days straight, you will have a very powerful introduction script and you will actually know how you look like, how you sound, and how much is your confidence level on day 1 versus on day 7. So please start to use this technique, record yourself on the camera and then fix one thing per day. Alright, that was point number 1. Let's move to point number 2, which is concise storytelling. When somebody asks you, tell me something about yourself, a lot of people tell their entire story from where they were born to what is their recent project. So they include all of the story right from I was born in this place, my father and mother were in this particular service or business, I went to this particular college. So they just keep on telling everything about themselves. Plus they also share about their past work experience, the projects they have done, and the interviewer is just sitting and smiling because he can sense that you have no idea when to stop. So sometimes people go on speaking for 3-4 minutes and the interviewer is just silent because the interviewer is actually waiting for you to stop. So tell me something about yourself has to be really concise, and that's why concise storytelling is another thing which you should learn. So think about breaking down your entire journey into 2-3 logical segments, and in those logical segments, talk in brief about your upbringing, talk in brief about your past experience, and talk in brief about your current work. Don't give details of technology, project, passion, everything together for 3-4 minutes. Your answer should be crisp, concise, and you should ideally cover it up in 1 minute or less. It should be just enough for you to create curiosity in the mind of the listener. So concise storytelling is an important skill on which you should work. Alright, now let's move to point number 3, which is you need to teach weekly. Identify what do you know really well. One skill, one experience, one expertise that you know really well, which other people don't know. And then find a group of people whom you can teach that one thing. Because teaching forces clarity. Because when you teach, you automatically organize your thoughts and you also understand at what pace should you speak so that the listeners or the audience actually understands. And as a teacher, it is also your responsibility to make it easier to understand for them. And that is why if you start to teach, you will also develop the ability to make things simple or easier for the audience to understand. And hence teaching weekly can be a very good tool for you to improve your communication skills. Alright, let's move to the next point, which is avoid using jargons. Speaking clearly or with confidence does not mean using a lot of jargons. For example, some people would say, let's leverage synergies, which is a lot of jargon. Rather than this, you can just simply say, let's work together. Because simple words land faster and it builds trust with the audience. It ensures that your message is understood by everyone. and not just by only few people who are experts. So, using simple words and avoiding jargon is a very good way of passing your message through. Next point, practice silence. In an interview or in a one-on-one discussion, don't rush to fill the silence. Taking a pause is actually a good thing, which actually means you need time to think. Lot of time people are not comfortable with the pause in the room when they are talking to somebody one-on-one. They rush to fill the gap, they rush to fill the silence. So when you are listening and when somebody completes speaking, take a pause of 2 or 3 seconds before you start to speak. Or maybe you can just tell them, can you give me a few seconds to collect my thoughts or process whatever you just said. So it signals that you are taking them seriously. You are not just reacting, but you are taking time to think and respond, which actually makes other people feel heard. All right. And the last and final point which I want to cover today is active listening. In active listening, you can use tools like paraphrasing. When somebody has completed speaking, then you can actually use their sentences and then say, you are trying to say this, is this correct? All right. And lastly, please ask relevant and logical questions. Don't shy away from asking questions. Asking questions is actually a very good tool, because when you ask questions, you actually open conversations and also get the opportunity to get deeper insights. All right. So these are some top of the mind points which I wanted to share in this video. I hope you found these points helpful to improve your communication skills. Like I said, in the world of AI, your ability to communicate still remembers number one skill on which you should work continuously. Let me know if you have any additional thoughts. I will be happy to read and respond to your comments. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you liked the video, then please do these two things. One is hit the like button and second is hit the hype button. With that, I will take your leave and I'll see you in another video soon. Take care and bye for now.